Hello to all of my Taurus. Hello, Taurus. So we are going to get into a general reading for you, Taurus, just to see what comes out for your oracle reading as well as your tarot reading. As you see, I already have the card set up for you. You can always go back and look at the other zodiac signs if you know your natal chart, okay? We are moving into a Scorpio moon on the 13th. We have an Aquarius moon coming up on the 20th. And then we have the moon in Gemini on a full moon in Gemini on the 27th. And so, and we'll talk about that, what that means too. But you, Taurus, you are connected to the fourth chakra, which is the heart chakra. And you're more connected to feminine energy, okay? So, Taurus, your card says cultivate. So, and it has a bull on it. We'll read into what that means. And then, like, who you really are, you know? And then you rule the second house, resources, okay? And then, like I said, you're connected to the fourth chakra, which is the heart chakra. The energy of the heart chakra supports our inner guidance system, which is governed by our heart and the capacity to love deeply. And you are connected to the feminine energy, which it says the frequency of the divine feminine supports our soft, receptive, and nurturing side, facilitating our intuition and intrinsic understanding of our connection to the cosmos. And then we'll talk about what the sun and the moon represent for you. The books that I will be using is the Crystal Healing Card, Chakra and Universe, Starcodes Astro Oracle by Heather Roan Robbins, and the Sacred Geometry of Relationships Oracle Guidebook. Okay. All right. So let's talk about what the opal means. And it's one of the many stones that's connected to the heart chakra. I just chose this one, okay? All right, so opal's energy wavelengths are very delicate and sensitive. It is a power stone that awakens one's potential through its energy. It corrects and guides you to the right path whenever you feel like you're doing wrong. It holds creative and original ideas. It is effective for people whose work is related to meditation, counseling, and art. It corresponds with the fourth chakra. The energy with opal is it accurately reminds us of how we should react to reality and at the same time amplifies our emotional and artistic behaviors. The application of where you should wear opal is it is good to have it near your heart. It's good to have it as a necklace or bracelet. Wearing it as a ring is also fine. So, those are the places where you can keep the opal. Okay. All right. So, Taurus, let's get into what this cultivate for you means. Okay. Who you really are. Taurus asks you to hold still, dig in, grow roots, and strengthen over time. Manifest in a practical way. Dignified by a bull standing in its field, Taurus rules the neck and voice. Its purpose is to bring life into matter through growing wildflowers and crops through our muscular strength and the central potential of our bodies and through the solidness of our material resources. The sun shines here April the 21st through May the 20th. The action with you, Taurus, is work with the metaphor of gardening. Plow the ground, plant the seeds, nurture the crops with water and fertilizer, and protect those crops from predation, from predation, I'm sorry. grow grow roots rather than travel. Investigate what concrete form your project should take and the next practical steps in that direction. Appreciate the senses. Notice what you see, smell, hear, feel, and taste. Use the senses to be in the present moment and let time flow by. Cuddle, feed. In a relationship, listen to both the signals of body chemistry and the practicalities of your life to give it a fertile field. Cultivate your garden. Like a slowly growing flower basking in the sun, find contentment in this moment. Explore the roots of the situation. Ask what feeds this idea or what feeds your soul. If you're feeling pushed about, sit, hold still, grow roots, and let the storm pass over you. Don't hurry. Play the long game as you plant and tend your crops. The challenge, Taurus, is the challenge with you. Taurus excess can lead you to mistake stubbornness for strength or look for spiritual and emotional answers in the material world. There will never be enough stuff to fill an emotional void. Sensuality is a Taurus gift, but sex alone will not fulfill a desire for love. Clarify your hunger. The gift with you, Taurus, is everything that surrounds you is made up of matter, and the word matter comes from the Latin word mater or mother. Taurus connects you to the sacred earth mother Gaia herself, the physical vessel who holds spirit in the body, in the plants, and in the earth beneath us. I really like that, Taurus, because it speaks of you planting seeds and nurturing them and watering them and fertilizing them and protecting the crops from predators and taking the time to grow your seeds instead of traveling, meaning like just you don't just put them in the ground and leave them and hope that whatever little rodents come along to dig them up and eat them and take it's like you make sure if you plant those seeds, you do everything to make sure that they are well grown, protected from the natural things of life. And this is how you would it say what you sow you shall reap. That's why you rule the second house, right? So it's about you being in the energy of not being in that mistake of being so stubborn to make it look like you're strong. And, but this is more about actually being strong because of what you cultivate, you know, and how like how they say you could tell a person's the roots of the tree or the fruit, something by its fruit or something like that. But this is about you not just putting seeds in the ground and just watering them and fertilizing them and walking away. This is about you sitting there and doing everything to make sure they grow into something that can be valuable to you in this life, right? And so, and something about matter, like matter, the things that matter to you, and not only matter but like actual everything that's around you is made up of matter. So it comes from the Latin word mater or mother. Okay, so something about this is how your mother, whatever relationship you had with your mother, it's going to flow out into the relationships that you had with other feminine energies in your life, the relationships you have with your aunts, the relationships you have with your siblings, feminine energies. Is going to flow into how you treat the other feminine energies in your life. Okay, do you stay there and nurture them and help them grow, or do you abandon them? And if you abandon them, is it connected to an abandonment feeling that you had throughout your life pertaining to your own mom. Okay, so let's look at the second house. Let's see what that's about. Second house is resources. If your chart were a village map, your second house would hold your bank, museum, and your warehouses. It symbolizes what you value, such as your body and your relationship to the material world. The second house also describes that a phase of infancy where you're just discovering that you have a body, toes, and fingers, and that you can taste and smell. So the action with the second house, Taurus, is explore how you feel about money. So many people on the spiritual path have mixed feelings about money, their bodies, and their possessions, drawn to abundance, and at the same time wrestling with guilt or discomfort around desire. This approach avoidance conflict around the material world can make it hard to focus on your efforts, and it may send out mixed messages until the universe doesn't know how to respond to help you. The second house asks you to build a clear and congruent message about your relationships to your resources that you can stand behind with integrity. Matter is our sacred vessel for spirit. Explore your attitude toward your first resource, your own body and sensuality. Look for the place of balance where you honor and respect your physical form, as well as the importance of the soul that inhabits it. Invest your energy towards what you value. This is where you can be a resource to others, and this is where you can get paid. Clean up your act in the material world. Clean closets, pay bills, deal with other practical things that might appear mundane, but can be a sacred act of aligning the soul to the surroundings. Integrity creates a welcoming ground for bounty. Come up with a clear, integrated message to radiate out. Then back that up with action. So, the challenge with the second house, Taurus, is what you see is not all there it is. I'm sorry, what you see is not all there is. If you are looking for emotional and spiritual satisfaction in your stuff, it will never be enough because it never quite scratches that itch. The gift with the second house is your skills, your resources, and your interests can all be sacred if you make an offering of your intentions and engage your work for the benefit of all sentient beings. So, Taurus, this is really about you understanding the connection with money. Money is connected to the heart chakra. When you put money over relationships, meaning you put money over people, that is the equivalent of almost selling yourself, right? It's like, it's just spiritually, you're selling yourself. And so this is about you cleaning up your act with the material world and understanding that any debts that need to be paid, pay them. Because if you do, so it's like, so just say if you like, okay, I'm going to borrow $200 from this person. I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna pay them back. You get the $200 a number of times, you never pay them back. That it's something will happen later on down the road where you wind up losing maybe $400 or $500. And I'm saying four because I see the four right there. You know, so it's always important to pay those debts, even if you feel like, okay, the person don't need it or they don't. At the time, that doesn't matter. When you asked for it, they gave it to you under the promise that you would pay them back. And I'm just using this as an example. And the roles can be reversed. That's just like if somebody owed you some money. you shouldn't have to go hunt them down just to get what's owed to you. So this is about having a better understanding with give and take, the material world, paying bills, karmic bills as well, being practical about things, and doing things with integrity. And so, again, like planting those seeds and making sure they grow, not just throwing them in the ground and just hope that, okay, well, they'll grow on their own and I don't have to do anything else. They don't need to be watered, or they don't need to be, how you see certain people that will cover up, like with those nets during a certain time of year, they'll cover up their, whatever it is, like certain plants, to keep, to almost like a blankets to keep the cold out or something like that. So this is just about you knowing how to balance out certain relationships, even when it comes to money and people. Okay. All right. So um the fourth chakra, let's see what that. The fourth chakra is about, your affirmation is, I am love. The heart chakra color is green. It is a healing color that balances and harmonizes the connection between mind and body. This chakra is linked to our capacity to feel love and compassion. With air as its element, it is associated with the breath and movement. Its principles are transformation and integration. And being located at the heart, it is at the center of the body, bridging the three lower chakras, the physical planes, with the three upper chakras, the spiritual planes. The heart chakra and relationship. Almost impossible to describe, but undeniable when experienced. Love can light us up and motivate us to do the impossible. Love can range from infatuation to compassion, from desire to affection, from kindness to pleasure. The love you feel for your parent or your child is not the same as the love you feel for your partner, or the way you feel about chocolate. Perhaps the best way to describe love is an emotion in action. Since emotions are energy in motion, love could be described as an amplified energy in motion. Most of this energy is generated from the heart, often feeling like a warm sensation that spreads throughout the body. Pure love is always generated from the heart, yet it's usually our mind that drives our responses. We can think ourselves into believing we feel love when in fact it's our mind that is trying to tell us that we should feel a certain way. Especially in romantic relationships, things can get confusing when physical and mental desires enter and it's not clear what is generating our feelings. The best way to get clarity is to find silence within and tune into the heart. The heart always knows. Food for thought, Taurus, is, do you feel loved? Is this feeling exclusively generated by people, or can you feel loved by spirit, life, or God? And that's another thing, Taurus, that I saw. Like, don't use your money to buy love. Okay, people, if there's a situation where you know that there are people who wouldn't even deal with you or look your way unless you had certain matter like material things, then that within itself is really shallow connections. And that may be something that, you know, you'll see. It's like the stubbornness to see the truth in the matter, you know. Okay, and then feminine energy. I am divine feminine. For humans to live harmoniously with each other, the masculine and the feminine must reach a state of union outwardly in relationships with each other, as well as inwardly in balanced state of heart, mind, body, and soul. In the new energy, we let go of traditional roles, allowing new masculinity and new femininity to arise. The concept of divine feminine is no longer exclusively for women, just as divine masculine is no longer just for men. We all hold both masculine and feminine energies and attributes within us, and both must be fully recognized, understood, and expressed. The feminine is fluid and receptive. Her nature is to surrender and to open up. She is intrinsically connected to Mother Earth and to giving birth. She is soft, flowing, gentle, sensitive, nurturing, and empathetic. She easily connects to the higher realms and the universe at large. She is in touch with the world of subtle energies and she is highly intuitive. She is also strong, powerful, and independent, yet open to co creation and partnership. So, the image description on this card is the image has a resemblance to a dream catcher, referring to the capacity of the feminine to bring the subtle energy of dreams and desires closer to the physical plane, where it becomes available for manifestations into form. The more intricate shapes and forms at the center refer to the complicated dynamics of all the different layers of consciousness that we all have intrinsic access to. Pink is associated with a universal love for oneself and others, and with sweetness, tenderness, and care. Brighter pink incorporates aliveness, excitement, high energy, and power. The light blue refers to our ability to express ourselves with honesty, tenderness, and kindness. Divine feminine and relationships. Although we all carry qualities of both the masculine and feminine inside of us, in most relationships, there is one person who is predominantly embodies the feminine attributes and one the masculine. The harmony between the two might depend upon one's individual understanding of this inner dual nature, as well as the outer roles that each person plays in the relationship. The feminine side is soft, nurturing, and compassionate, as she is closely connected to the higher realms and to the world of subtle energies and intuition. She offers deep understanding, patience, and tolerance to facilitate closeness. The receptive and flowing feminine often needs the directed and focused masculine to get anything done. While the feminine excels at imagining and dreaming of all possibilities, she needs the masculine to help her manifest these dreams. So, Taurus, even if you're a masculine and even if you're a man, right, you may deal with a lot of feminine energies, or you may deal with other zodiac signs who vibrate in masculine energy and you all balance each other out, okay? All right, so food for third Taurus is, are you in touch with your feminine side? How does it express itself? How do you feel about things that are considered masculine? Do you feel that the divine feminine can be all of it? So those are some things you may want to ask yourself. Okay, so Taurus, then we're going to go ahead and get into the sun and the moon. We're going to get over into your other reading, your tarot card. Okay, so the sun is a source, and I'm just going to read the first paragraph, the challenge with the sun card, and the gift with the sun card, okay? In your natal chart, the sun symbolizes the core of your personality, your life force, your ego, and your consciousness. The sign and aspects of the sun describes how you express that basic vital energy. From our earthly perspective, the sun circles the zodiac once a year, but in truth, the sun is the center point around which the planets revolve. All other bodies in our solar system reflect its light. It is unimaginably big. 1,000,000 Earths could fit within. The challenge with the sun card is narcissism is the shadow of the sun's energy. The false belief that I am the center of the universe and you are not. Learn to earn attention and respect rather than demand or expect it. The gift with with the sun card is the sunlit moment is an opportunity to let your ego step out of the way. Let the sun's light flow through you and let spirit do the work. Shine wholeheartedly and share the warmth with friends, family, your community, and the world. Make it an offering. Live the truth. I am the center of the universe, and so are you. So, Taurus, this is about if you're in some sort of energy of stubbornness and almost like refusing to see something, and this could be a connection you should have or a connection you need to let go of. Whatever way it goes, these are general, so it's going to be, it depends on where you are in your life. This could be you seeing the truth about something, kind of like not being in that narcissistic energy of I need all the attention on me, but also being in that more gifted energy of I am very important and it's so are you, so it's like that. Um, so but anyway, let's get into what the moon is. And so, when you have those beautiful moments and those achievements in your life, then this is about you having the heart to do things out of love. All right. So the moon card is about perception. The moon ruler of Cancer speaks of the deep inner river of emotions. What motivates you, how you experience and express your feelings, and how you nurture and need nurturance. In your astrology chart, the moon is important as is as important as the sun, even though it's much smaller. By the coincidence of relative size and distance, from our earthly perspective, the sun and the moon, our symbols of consciousness and unconsciousness, appear to be the same size, and this proportion makes eclipses possible. The moon cycles through the zodiac in 27.5 days, changing signs every 2 days and coloring our moods, habits, and behaviors. The challenge with the moon card is look to feelings rather than logic to move this situation forward. Notice any strange responses to anxiety, touchy personal defenses like nepotism, um, xenophobia, subjectivity, or insecurities, either in your motivation or in those around you. Tend to the fear that lies underneath these behaviors. So, this is a time towards for you to really look underneath the surface and find out why. Um, you have the response to a situation that you have or to a person that you have. Why are you responding to them? Is it because of the people around you, or is it because how you really feel, or both? So this is like looking at something through feelings instead of using logic. And for me, I kind of, because I feel like logic is very important, and that's because one of my ruling important planets is an air sign, so I look at things in a logical way, not just the emotional way. um but I feel like with this, the challenge is you could be doing something where you're stubborn to tap into the feelings that you should be feeling, like really using your heart chakra and doing something out of love, nurturing something out of love. And this could be a connection, a relationship, a job, whatever it is. Because you're looking at things like, okay, no, I shouldn't. These are all the reasons why I shouldn't. And I'm just going to focus on that. And that could even be people around you influencing you to be that way as well. Now, the gift with the moon card is you are one with the ebb and the flow. Watch what sign the moon occupies each day and let the moon teach you about its phases. Align yourself with those tides and make your life easier. So, um, this is like you knowing which zodiac signs the moon is in, which phases it's in, and then that way you can kind of understand what the energy uh, of the solar system is like. And because we are all energetic beings, you can even understand some of the energies of other people too, or why certain things are going a certain way around a certain time. Okay. due to the placements of the planets. Okay. So, okay, so Taurus, we moved out of the last quarter moon in Leo around the 5th or the 6th of between the fifth and the 6th of November. And that maybe there was something where you got some sort of constructive feedback around that time. Maybe your reputation, you were thinking about how you are viewed, to people and things like that. And, just kind of thinking about impressing others and maybe something about that. Yeah, maybe around this time you're deciding to release fears of being judged, and or you were encouraged to do that. Release the fears of being judged and be open to receive constructive criticism. Like, get out of the stubborn energy. And that's not for all of you. Some of you all are past this stage. Some of you all are just getting into that stage. It's kind of hard. It's like, I'm going to do it my way, like that bull. I'm going to do it my way, you know. Um, and so we have a new moon moving into Scorpio on November the 13th through the 14th. And this is about you having like real deep connections, or a desire to have those real deep connections. Again, remember I just said, like, make sure that you're not being used for your money. If people don't, if like, okay, think about this. If I took all of my money out of this equation, would this person be dealing with me? If I removed are they with me because of what I have, or is it because of me? If I lost everything today or tomorrow, would they stick by my side? So those are the deep connections that I feel like you are trying to be more into. This is even having deeper connections with your parents, with your children, with your siblings, like, just under having a deeper connection, not the shallow ones that are based on matter, material things. And that could have been something that happened throughout your life, where a lot of your connections could have been based. So you may have a lot of people around you like, oh, this is a go-getter and they have this and they got that and da, 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 da. But if you hit a rough patch in your life, then you see them scatter like roaches. Like somebody turned the light on at 2 a.m. and damn roaches scattering everywhere, right? All right. So this is you really, we're moving into that, like I said, that new moon in Scorpio. So this is about you planning too, some planning phase, like how it said, putting the seeds in the ground and watering them and fertilizing them, and then, making sure that they are well taken care of and protected. So this is about you being in that planning phase in some area of your life, so you can create that transformation where Pluto rules Scorpio energy, transformation. And it could be pertaining to sex, it could be pertaining to love, it could be pertaining to power, something where that's going to change in your life. And I feel like, it's like, if something doesn't, if it's just a shallow connection and it don't really touch your soul, I kind of feel like you're going to start to notice that, like, I don't have time for the shallow friendships, the shallow connections with family, the shallow connect. It's like you want something that's so deep. The first quarter moon will be moving into Aquarius around November the 20th. And so between the 20th and the 22nd. And so there could be a time where you are getting a deeper understanding of who you are. I mean, on a almost like on a spiritual level too. This is like opening up your heart and being emotionally free. When you open up your heart, the emotional freedom flows in like a river, right? And this could be you be feeling emotionally free to even express your love around this time, being in a better mood, understanding yourself better, understanding your emotions better, understanding who you're around, how they feel about you. Just a lot of deep understanding around that time. Yeah, kind of pivoting from different connections in your life and observing them too. And then you have the full moon in Gemini on November the 27th through the 28th. And that's about you really expressing yourself, like getting things out there and having conversations and things like that. And I kind of feel like you are going to be in some area of your life where if you notice somebody's trying to trigger you with words or something like that, it's like you're not going to let that get to you. You may be feeling balanced at this time after you've worked through some things, after you've released some things with that new moon in Scorpio and put a plan into place. And knowing that you have put these seeds, symbolically speaking, in the ground. You have fertilized them, you've watered them, you've protected them from the natural winds of life and predator energies. You've done everything that you needed to do. And now you can sort of stand on that without having to debate with someone who just has something to say. Maybe somebody's trying to get information out of you or something like that. But I feel like there's something where you're going to try to remain balanced with your communication around that time when it comes to people, instead of letting people trigger you. Maybe you let that happen in the past, but it's like now, that may come off as kind of cold-hearted, that you won't feed into something too. So who knows? Anyway, let's get into a reading for you, Taurus, a general reading. Cross watchers, you are welcome here. All of this will be time stamped. Not that long. Something going on with my hand. All right, let's see. Okay, Taurus, 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 the ruler of the second house, resources. Get that money. Go get that money. All right. All right. So Taurus, I said go get that money. Night of inspiration. So there may be a situation like some sort of explosion. If you look at this, this is like fireworks, a lot of passion. You know, even the horse looked like it has fire as a mane. You know, it's like something moving very fast, something very passionate, some sort of explosion. This could be sexual. This could be something where you and someone moved very fast sexually. You know, maybe there's a lot of passion in a situation here, and you know, feels almost magical, you know. And so you have the Four of Wands here, and this is that Aries energy. This is about that, you know, wanting to have that connection, and this could be marriage, stability, wanting to have a union, wanting to be on the same team, working together, just like, you know, just making sure that you have whatever you need, creating something, but working as a team, making sure something is covered from all angles, you know, making sure that you really have some sort of balance. This could be a celebration even that you're having, like a baby shower, or this could be a marriage, this could be graduation, something. And we have the Tower moment here. This is Aries and Scorpio energy. Those signs could be significant here. So it's something that moved very fast, could be also breaking down. Maybe it needs to be restructured, redone. Maybe it was good while it lasted, something like that. But something is there's some sort of significant change coming to a situation. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles here, Virgo energy. There could be a mother figure, somebody even in like maybe you're a business owner or you're a mother figure, or something like that. Maybe you're both. You could be an entrepreneur, but I see some sort of long-term investment to create stability in your life. This could be for your family. This could be your business, but I almost see it for both. Okay, so I feel like you're doing something around this time. You have the Nine of Wands here, Sagittarius energy. So something may be breaking down in one area of your life so it can build in a totally different area. And that's that Scorpio energy transformation. Something being laid to rest, put down, ending, changing, getting rid of it so something else can move forward. You know, maybe you had a quick connection and it didn't go anywhere. Then you have the High Priestess here, and that's that Pisces energy. So then there's something really coming together. I feel like you're going to trust your intuition with the situation here. I feel like you're going to use like that third eye energy and look deeper into what you really, really, you want some knowledge about something too. I'm not sure what this is, but it's like you're looking for knowledge. You're looking for stability. You're looking for creation. You're looking for something that will grow, something that will sustain you over a long period of time, right? And so I feel like there's a breaking down. And maybe, again, I feel like there's something where you move very fast. Now, this doesn't have to be sex. Maybe you were very excited about a job. You know what I mean? So maybe you moved too fast and you didn't think things through. But with that Nine of Wands here, this is like something that's a headache. You know, it's a constant battle. And even though you push through it, you win many battles, you're very resilient. You look good as I don't know what on the outside, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't mean that you have not faced many battles, but you've won them in a magical way, though. So it's like you rebuild from tower moments in a very good magical way. Even if you make the wrong move and it don't work out and it move too fast, you learn how to build from it in some way. Then you have the Four of Swords in reverse. So there could have been a situation where you were very stressed out. Okay. And this could be from this tower moment. But I feel like right now, maybe you've already been in that energy where you've planned, you've taken a break, right? So this could be like, okay, let me get back to work. I've taken a break. I've kind of had a moment to reflect, I took a step back. Um, I feel like there is something like this tower moment could have even created some sort of like almost like lack of clarity. Almost feel like there is something that happened. It's almost like if you see a building breaking down or being demolished, right? And you see all of that smoke that comes from it. I feel like there's something in your life that happened like that, or it's happening. It's a lot of smoke coming from the demolishing, something breaking down. But I feel like the thing that is almost saving you from this situation is your stability or long-term investment, something that you had that you invested in. The Two of Wands here is that Aries energy. Also, there for some of you all, there is some travel coming in. There's some sort of travel, a decision that you have to make. You're gonna be at a crossroads where you're gonna have to make a choice on what you need to do, where you want to go, how you want to move. You're going to have a choice you have to make. Do you want to deal with something, leave it behind, or do you want to look out to the future and like look at your other possibilities out here in this world? You're going to be at a crossroad with a situation here. You may choose to take a path that you wouldn't normally take. Why is this Four of Wands here? Ace of Wands. Yeah, there's a magical situation happening here. This is almost like you pulling something off. This is like having some sort of power in your hands to create a happy, it's almost like the power in your hands to create a like teamwork or something like that. But the Ace of Wands is also a card where even though you start something big or something magical, there's still work that has to be done. And this could be where the teamwork is coming in. I don't feel like you are going at something alone. You're incorporating someone else. Let me see. Why is this Tower here? The Seven of Pentacles. Taurus energy. So yeah, something may have broken down between a Scorpio or Aries, or it's some sort of fast moving energy, or either something like an ending needed to come to. I feel like you may have been investing into something for a long period of time. It could be, or that was your plan. You wanted to see, maybe you feel like you moved too fast and you made a choice and you started really investing into it, seeing it come into fruition, but something wasn't, something towards, I feel like something isn't meant to be. It's really not meant to be as much as you may want it to be, or you were hoping for it to be. Something isn't meant to be. And you know, in our lives, we want what we want, and we'll keep asking for it no matter how negative it is or bad for us. We'll just be like, I want it, this is how I want it to be, until we get that life lesson that, you know what, this isn't working, this is crazy, I'm not dealing with this. So I almost feel like there's a tower moment coming to the Seven of Pentacles of some sort of investment that you made. It's like a upheaval up, or you're pulling something up so you can kind of end it or something. So you can get rid of, like, change the outcome, almost like take your power back. Maybe you feel like you invested your pentacles in the wrong place, like how we were talking about planting those seeds symbolically, right? Planting seeds. Maybe you feel like you planted your seeds in the wrong place. So maybe you're pulling those seeds up so you can, and it could be creating a tower moment, or a tower moment is making you reevaluate where you planted your seeds or how you planted them or something like that. Because then you have this Queen of Pentacles here. Why is the Queen of Pentacles? Wow, Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. Very powerful energy together. This is like having the upper hand in a situation after going through this tower moment. You have keen insight. You know something. This is like playing chess, not checkers. You know something due to a tower moment. So you've learned I feel like you're learning something very quick. It's like you have a backup plan or something for a long-term investment. You're like, okay, that investment, this Seven of Pentacles didn't work, but the Queen of Pentacles is secure. That's security right there. That's long-term security. The Queen, you got two queens right here. Queen of Swords is a person who's very keen. They're analytical. They're a thinker. They're a strategizer, because they know how to see things before it comes. They have the upper hand. And the Queen of Pentacles is a person who's grounded. Long-term investment. So it's like almost like the best of both worlds. It's like having that higher, like being in the how we were speaking about the chakras, like how the heart is dealing with the lower chakras, like the heart below, like the lower, like the earthly planes. It's like the physical part of it, which represents the solar plexus chakra, which is right up under the heart chakra. And then you have the sacral chakra, which is right up under the solar plexus chakra. Then you have the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine. You know, that's like when you hear about people going through a kundalini healing, that's what they're talking about, going from the base of the spine, the root chakra, going all the way up to the crown chakra. But this is almost like with this Queen of Pentacles energy, I almost feel like it's grounded energy, right? It's investment, and it creates security, like the root chakra. That sacral chakra, it's like taking care of family, and you know how you feel about something. It's like getting that deep, secure feeling and happiness, you know. And then that solar plexus chakra is about, you know what you can do. You know, you're confident. You know what you can do with the Queen of Pentacles. With this, and again, in between all of this is the heart chakra, because above the heart chakra is the throat chakra. Then you have above the throat chakra is the third eye chakra. Above the third eye chakra is the crown chakra. So the crown chakra represent what you know. That's being connected to the divine, God, source. You know what I mean? When you hear about people talking about the quantum field, that's what they're talking about. What you're manifesting using that third eye chakra is about what you see beyond your two eyes. This is what this Queen of Swords is representing. And then with that throat chakra, that's about how you speak, you know. So the Queen of Swords didn't get to the Queen of Swords by being a wimp. The Queen of Swords went through it, you know, and learned some valuable lessons. So this is a thinker with the sword up so they can get through things. They can cut through the BS. This is a person who they don't tolerate a lot of BS. They could cut through the BS quickly, okay? Because they're experienced. The Queen of Pentacles is a doer. This is a person who they know how to invest. They know what to do to get what they want, to where to put the seeds to make them grow, the most fertile ground, okay? So I feel like I said, that's like, I almost feel like this is like a Kundalini healing that you're going through with this Queen of Swords and this Queen of Pentacles chakras, both together like that. All right. And then why is the Nine of Wands here? Page of Pentacles. So you're going to get some good news that's going to kind of, I feel like this resilience is going to pay off. It may be something, maybe a headache, maybe kind of stressful. You're like, okay, I'm glad that I have, shown that I have a backbone and that I can handle certain things, but it still was hard. So I feel like you're going to get like some really good news or something that's going to kind of enlighten you about some sort of change that may take place. This could be something financially related or something like that. Why is the High Priestess here? Justice. Wow. So balance is coming to a situation here, Taurus. This is like karmic law, some sort of balance, justice. This could be something legal, but this is about finding out the truth. This is about any sort of mysteries, because the High Priestess could be a card of mysteries, right? So any sort of mysteries, this is like finding the balance with it, getting the information and, communicating what's right, what's fair, what's just. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. Wow, Taurus. This is like that single energy, but it's also like working my way back to you, babe. So this is like that Nine of Pentacles energy where like this is long-term investment. This is something finally paying off, living a luxurious life. This is like independence too. This is like being independent, like doing something to the point where investing so well, or doing something to the point where you really don't need someone because you've created a lot of stability for yourself. But this also could represent your health improving. That's why I say you could be, I like once all the smoke clears and you've dealt with this tower moment, maybe you're pulling something up after these Seven of Pentacles, like, okay, I invested into something. I don't see this happening, working. The Queen of Pentacles the Queen of Swords could also be a divorce energy. So this could even be a divorce or some sort of breakup you're having. But this is like you over it with this Four of Swords in reverse. This is like you're over it. No more like, I'm not dealing with the stress, whatever, anymore. The Eight of Wands is here, and this is Sagittarius energy, and this is you pushing through, like getting to your goal no matter what, not letting anything stop you, like moving forward fast too, magically, a lot of communication, like determined to get to where you want to be. Okay. Then we have the Seven of Cups here. So this is Scorpio energy too. So Neptune rules the Seven of Cups energy of like illusions and addictions. And, this is where that new moon in Scorpio comes in too. So something you may need to, I don't know whether some of you all have some sort of addictions with all these cups. It could be an alcohol addiction or something. But this is like the hallucination of, or procrastination of, something isn't as bad as it is. And this is about taking control and power of a situation and putting an ending to it so you can transform a situation in your life in some way, and being honest with yourself when it comes to that. And then, I'm at the bottom, it's the Two of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. There's some sort of balance coming to something. And I do feel like this is the Two of Pentacles can be like somebody who's putting in the work. So it could be you and someone else who really have to put in the work to bring balance to a connection, right? This could be feminine and masculine energy, like I was talking about over here, right? Being with someone where they balance, you both balance out the yin and the yang with each other, okay? Working together, teamwork, like I said with that Four of Wands, teamwork. What's up under here? Ace of Cups. Wow, a lot of happy emotions. Okay. And the Ace of Cups is that Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, whereas the Ace of Wands is that Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. Okay. Yeah, so you have a lot of good energy here with you, Taurus, and I feel like you're going to really be working through something, but I do feel like this is almost something having to end. It could be an addiction for something to begin. Okay. This is like no more procrastination, stopping something for something to really work out, for something to begin. Like not fooling yourself, not lying to yourself, seeing it for what it is, removing the rose-colored glasses. All of that energy is, I see it dissipating so you can vibrate in that, like Kundalini healing of your chakras aligning, and strengthening and clearing and not being blocked. Because I feel like something in your life may be blocking your chakras, and it could be from moving too fast or something you invested in, that wasn't, it's like a tower moment here. And look, I'm looking at these Seven of Pentacles. Each one of these pentacles could represent a chakra that, that with that tower moment, this is like something that has to break down so it can be rebuilt in a very like I said, like the higher planes, and then the lower planes above the heart chakra and below the heart chakra, yeah. So I feel like some things are going to change for you, Taurus, but you may have been very stubborn about wanting to see these things change, or putting something into play to make them change, putting action behind it. I do feel like there's something that you're going to be noticing pertaining to your money and your relationships with people too. The shallowness, if it's shallow, I kind of feel like you're about to start saying, you know what, I'm pulling up these weeds, getting rid of it. All right, so that's the end of your reading, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button for me, and I will talk with you, amazing Taurus, another time. Okay.